In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and God said, "Let there be light." And on the 8th day, he made Spider-Man.
You serious?
No, that's not really how it goes. But to get ready for the new Sony PlayStation release, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, here's 5 reasons why we love New York's favorite web slinger. That's right, it's time to celebrate, my fellow nerds. Number 1, heart. From the comics origin to the animated shows, movies, and games, Spider-Man still stands out as one of the greatest superheroes with the most heart. With Peter Parker and the best storylines, we feel his thoughts and emotions, and they ring true to us. We grew up with him from high school to adulthood. Having a central protagonist in your story and being able to quickly have an audience empathize with the protagonist is key. Often we understand Peter's internal desires, the thing that his heart longs for, and what he truly needs. And we also see his external goals, the things that he's aiming for in the environment around him. When there's a conflict between those internal desires and external goals for Peter, we're drawn to his dilemma because he chooses not to give up. He keeps going through courage and grit, and this creates heart in a story. Number 2, everyday hero. We see ourselves in Spider-Man. The storytellers behind Spider-Man's stories have often portrayed Peter in the same daily circumstances that we might find ourselves in different stages in life, whether it's navigating school, our first job, a first love, or challenging family dynamics. For many of us, life is hard enough, and in our darkest circumstances, we can feel overwhelmed with the heaviness of our lives and the world. But Spider-Man, like the best heroes, chooses to rise above those burdens. It's not easy, but it's aspirational. This makes us want to be Spider-Man, which the Sony PlayStation games do so well. We're pretty much in his shoes, swinging around trying to juggle personal commitments while fighting crime around the city. And maybe sneaking in a little kiss as well. Which takes us to number 3. Romance. Heroes will do heroic things, but they're also human beings with relational needs. And the romance between Peter and Mary Jane, or Peter and Gwen Stacy, have always been hallmarks of Spider-Man lore. I think there's something integral in the human experience where we want to be a hero to someone special in our lives. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy captured this so well with the chemistry between Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. While Spider-Man makes sacrificial choices, sometimes choosing to separate from MJ in order to protect her, the story choice helps to underline a deeply human part of who Spider-Man is because he reveals our own longings for relationship, even in the face of evil and dire circumstances. Sometimes those relationships are what we are fighting for. Number 4, personal loss. Both Peter and Miles Morales have experienced loss of loved ones in the Sony PlayStation games. Peter lost Aunt May, Miles lost his father Jefferson. Looking back at the whole spectrum of Spider-Man storylines, we see a full gamut of the human experience represented, and this includes personal loss. In the case of Spider-Man, loss of a loved one is a crucial turning point, whereas the Across the Spider-Verse film categorized it a canon event. For anyone who has lost a family member or friend in your own lives, the weight is heavy and immeasurable. The trauma of loss marks our memories, shifting our daily rhythms, even to the point where time can slow down, and you look around as the rest of the world seems to continue on passing you by. While Spider-Man experiences loss, a key story point is that he also strives to push forward, to choose to keep living, and to honor the memory of the lost loved one. This character choice reinvigorates purpose and a sense of greater destiny internally. Number 5, sacrifice. By now it's obvious that making sacrificial choices is a key part of being a hero. You're often putting your own will before the greater good, or losing a part of yourself so that someone else can keep living. Games are an interactive format, so maybe because we're tasked with making choices along the way, there's something in our core that feels the weight of going on the hero's journey when we're playing Peter or Miles on a main quest or side mission. Inside our brains, we're making cognitive, conscious choices to pursue specific goals, and we can see the consequences of those choices in the gameplay. And that perhaps is one of the greatest gifts in life, which is the freedom to make choices and to live them out as much as we can. In Spider-Man and now Spider-Man 2, here's to a greater adventure in finding meaning and sacrifice. Thanks for watching this video, and please let me know if you have any suggestions for other movies, series, and games to analyze. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below for any movies and series and games suggestions.